Hello YouTube fans, here again. And I figure as I'm talking about a What's It films, why not this one, starring Sylvia Tisdale. You could say this is Sylvia Tisdale, the film that launched her career in the What's It business, being a man myself. Now, in 1972, they had the big success of The Last Tango in Paris, starring Marlon Brando. So they decided why not make another film, but this one taking off a book. Now, the book, Man Myself, was an erotic book. It was banned, believe it or not. It came out, I think, right, coming on in the late 60s. Now, the book is totally different than the film version, so I'll probably just do a comparison as well. Now, in the book, the Man Myself character had long hair. I could be right and wrong. She was half Chinese. She was in Bangkok. And she was very, without talking, very sexually active. And that's similar to the movie. She's married to this big businessman. She's very sexually active. There's a lot of drugs in it, a lot of opium, and she's definitely wasn't shy at creeping around. And that's the book version of Man Myself. And in the book one, it wasn't just Bangkok. She went to a lot of exotic countries, and being an erotic book. So 1974, they decided to do this one, being a man myself. They wanted to take it off the book. And as we know, it became successful. Like they made a lot of sequels, a lot of spin-offs. One being Be Man Myself, or use the rest of the word, don't be unpolitically correct, different era, different time. And so on. They even did a TV series of Man Myself, believe it or not, late at night. Which I do believe Sylvia Tisdale made a few test appearances in it. Apart from Tolkien. So where was I about from Tolkien? So about that, so I'm stuck in my fault. So, yeah, the big success of Man Myself decided to make the film. So the difference between the film was Sylvia Tisdale was new. They didn't want to have a well-known star because it could ruin the career. And it was done with him right the fence. So that this fence mogul at the time being Sylvia Tisdale. And they were sort of worried what she'd be like to do a nude scene. So she decided to go and audition. It's a true story. And it's quite funny because she's done it all like the book. She's not half Chinese. And at the time her hair was pretty short. That is not as short as mine, but it was short. So the funny thing is, she stripped naked, fully naked in the audition. Started talking about her life story, started talking about whatever. And it just seemed natural. Just seemed natural. It's like me now, taking the shirt off, taking my undies off, fully nud and telling you this film. This was how natural it was to her. And they respected her for it. So I decided, yep, no more looking for Man Myself, and Sylvia Tisdale got the part. I do know they had an actor to play the husband. Obviously, there was a lot of reasons probably why he didn't appear in the next Man Myself. So when Man Myself 2 come out, they had a different actor playing the husband. They had a few other actors and actresses on the way, and the rest is history. So they go on the bloody film. So it starts off in the music. I like the music. It was pretty weird, it's taxing, it's a fence singer. It goes, everybody knows you, my love. And the funny thing is, they later used the music in a Robbie Williams fucking music video. I'm not shitting you, a Robbie Williams music video. I could be right in one there, not just done by one singer, and they used a bit of the music from the fucking original Man Myself. So it goes, do 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 do. I'm not going to do the rest, I'm not. So you've got Man Myself, she's making breakfast, she's in Bangkok. She phones up, I'm assuming, one of her agents. She finds out her husband's coming to Bangkok and she sees him. There's a funny bit where her husband's going on to dispute with the your agent who got you to do some nude photos. And she goes on saying no because he's gay. How to say it, ram that in your fucking face. And we do shit about the bisexuality. And you got the idea that he wants her to be a slut. That's the fucking film, I'm not making it up. He wants to freak around, men, women, whatever. And there's a bit in it where she's in a swimming pool, she meets one of her mates who's a little bit snoopy, got all these girls, a bit snoopy, snotty, going about sleeping with sailor men and all this. But then there's this one dude, like pretty to look at, and she fights her to the house. Oh, before that, there's a bit of bonking with her and the husband. It's suspected. It's in a What's It film. There's a bit where these two Taiwan maid and a servant and having it away. I'm not going to say the rest, we're only getting it up by YouTube. But then there's a bit where she's talking to the dude that she was unfaithful. I'm not going to say the rest because it's a bit to the bonus, but I do remember him carrying on laughing. Yep, he did the we all know, did the carry on Emmanuelle. They did sort of a comedy sort of version of this where she feats with two men, not at the same time, it's not that hardcore, but she feats with two sort of men on an aeroplane. One scene a lot of people remember is the scene where she's in the toilet having it away with a man. I'm not going to say the rest because it's X-rated. But it makes me laugh because anyone who's probably ever done this, I remember saying this before, has anyone ever done that in an aeroplane of the toilet? You will know it is that fucking tiny, that fucking small, it is practically uncomfortable. But I went with it, it's a film. So there's a bit of lesbian scene, there's a bit of flipping around. And then she meets this old man who's going to teach her, oh, what's it, Cecil? Ooh. So the husband leaves and the old man teaches her how to be a what's it. Now this scene, I do believe originally was effing cut. And I can see why. I'm not really looking for Norman Freeman. Norman Freeman was bored of censorship during the era of VHS. And he saw the scene, I think, from a different concept, and as soon as we got it on the golden days of VHS, what did it cut? What did it cut? And I can see why. It's a scene where she's in an opening house, and you've got this long Chinese lad, and this other Chinese lad, and they're up to an opium, and you've got the idea the old man's paid them to rape her. I'm not making this shit up. So the young lad gets Silver Tista with Emmanuelle, throws her on the floor, rips her brows off. Then you get a rape scene. I do know originally the director wanted a bit where she goes, ah. But we all know in real life, rape is not enjoyable. It's not. We all know what it is, and it's pretty disturbing. So I can kind of see why at that point they wanted that scene cut out, because it never made sense. After the rape scene, there's a bit where she's in the boat, she's talking to the old man a bit more about, oh, what it system. I can see why that scene was effing cut in the UK. But look, a bit of an interest there. People never knew that. There was originally a rape scene in the original Emmanuelle. Then we got the scene where she's in another place. You got Chinese fighters, like kickboxers, and one of them has sex in a position I'm not going to say. I do know originally the Chinese guy thought it was a porno. He got aroused. And Silver Tista went mad because, let's just say, he thought it was real when it wasn't. So the Chinese guy, it's not real, it's imitated, there's no real sex, there's no real wham bam thank you man. And it's a funny story actually. It's on a biography about the Emmanuelle films, and Silver Tista actually admitted she actually wore 2 pairs of pants when they was doing the scene. Which I thought, I'd had a few laughs and giggles there when I heard about that in this biography. If you've ever seen a biography, there's a biography called The Inside of Emmanuelle, and it's a very, very good biography. I remember watching it years ago. It's a very good biography. So it's everything, not just about the classic from 1974, but it's also about all the other Emmanuelle films. So after having a bit of fun, she goes to the old man. They have this other die. It's a bit of a weird, kinky scene because they're trying to keep the rating mild. It's also putting makeup on. You get that song again. End of movie. But yeah, Emmanuelle, I didn't mind it. Yes, it's an erotic film, so I knew I was getting into bonking. I knew there's a bit, like I say, a few lesbian scenes in it. Bit of nakedness in it. To be honest though, I didn't think it got as raunchy as what the other ones did, whether it be Man Myself 2, whether it be the fourth Man Myself, which I do believe there was an harder version, and there was a softer version of the film. Didn't get as raunchy as some of the other ones, whether it be the B Man Myself films, but I think it's a good start. And plus, it made a name being Sylvester Tisdale. After this, like I say, she appeared in the sequel, the one that I didn't think was that good, the third one, Goodbye Man Myself, almost wasn't Goodbye Man Myself. She made a test appearance in the fourth one and did say goodbye. And the rest is history. But yeah, Man Myself from 1974, what points I'm going to give it? I respect it, but I'm more of a lover of the second one. And I'm more of a lover of the fourth one. You know, the fourth one, I think some people say is the weakest. I'm more of a lover of maybe the seventh one, but I respect it. So for that, I'll give it a 3 star. I'm going to be generous here because I know it's taken off a book. Very erotic book. I've never read the book, but I do know the book is a lot more raunchy. There's bits where she's in different countries. She's very sexually active in the book. There's bits where she's smoking opium a lot in the book. It got banned in the late 60s, but it became a bestseller. So, fuck it, without ado. Man Myself, the original from 1974. Bring it to them. Be smart. Be safe. See you later.